Welcome back to Woodro's World, everybody. I am your host today. As always, I'm Woodro. Today we are back in the Words with Woodro series in the Sat Chat edition, and I am with Maker Gaming, a good friend of mine and also co-member of the Fix It faction. I didn't mention that a whole lot in Zero's video, and I feel like I kind of felt bad.
Oh no, good.
Oh man, so how are we doing today, buddy?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
Oh man, I'm thrilled.
Hanging out in the hotel.
Heck yeah.
No, I'm doing good. I've been real excited for this for weeks. This is all I've been thinking about Satisfactory wise for about a month now.
That's awesome to me. Like that is the impact I was hoping for people, like when they get into it and get that creative juice going. Like, love it.
Yes, sir.
What do you got up going on over here in the apartment? Anything?
Not much, but we can take a look. But this is by far the thing I put the least amount of time into.
Oh, it looks like somebody was studying the faux fabric tutorials.
Right. Yeah. So there's a couple mixed ideas here. Like I was gonna tell a story. My build is very nostalgic. Like I could not build and not think about 7th, 8th, 9th grade, because Tony Hawk Pro Skater was such a big part of that. And so yeah, I was starting to build my room from high school, but then I just stopped and started going with the tapestry and all that. But yeah, at one point I did tear all my tile up and I put down checkered vinyl tiles. I was also an artist like all my life, and so my parents were pretty cool about stuff. So I started drawing on my walls and painting things, and so this parabola, I had a giant 8-spiked red and black parabola over my bed that, took me months to draw out with rulers and everything. So that's what this parabola is doing up here. It's kind of to signify all the art that I painted and drew on my walls. And then, yeah, I was like, oh, I wanted to mess with the tapestry idea from Woodrow's tutorial, and then I started doing the roof, and then I was like, I got to get back to the park. So I just, you know what I mean? I didn't finish any of my ideas, but like I had ideas, and it was like, now I want to get back to the park.
Well, honestly, this is cool. I really like this over here. This wall is sick. That's something else.
Yeah, what's fun about my room is like in high school, like we had the way our house was built is there were 3 rooms, like the kids' bedrooms basically. It was just me and my brother in a guest room. And he moved to the 3rd one, so over a few weeks when my parents weren't paying attention, I took out the wall between the 2 rooms, like without any knowledge of structural mechanics or how houses work and things like that. And I took out chunks of these 2 closets to the point where no one could see them but me, until it was just like way too far gone. And then I showed my parents, and they were like, well, we basically have to fix this now. So I got a room that was twice the size of a regular room. So yeah, I got away with a lot of stuff as a kid. Like I was a good kid, I guess. But
Yeah, I was a good kid, just tearing up structural supports from the house,
Well, yeah, that was the best part of it, right? Is that I just left the frame, and then my dad finds out, and he gets involved, and yeah, it was a supporting wall. So like his friend had to come in and get a $1,400 beam and open up the side of my house and reset this roof just so that like we could tear the rest of the wall down. So
that's
it was
good stuff.
It was a big deal, you know what I mean?
So I'm guessing that's
room.
I'm guessing that's where the maker comes from. Maker gaming. You just making stuff your whole life. Is that what's going on here?
Yeah, that's definitely part of it. The name Makers, it just comes up all the time. And actually, yeah, it's from a what was it called? Like a book series. It's called like the Alvin Maker series. The main character's name is Alvin Maker. So yeah, that Maker moniker has been with me for a while. Not as long as Ender. I was Ender, different forms of Ender from Ender's Game on all my Xbox and all that stuff. Until I got to Satisfactory. Kind of a new name.
That's fair. So how long have you been playing Satisfactory?
Oh man.
Let's say what update did you start at?
Oh, think I started as 4 was turning into 5.
Or
Like I
turning
saw
to
someone
5.
post about, like I saw, so I think I was around for about 2 weeks of 4. You know what I mean? And then like 5 came out.
Okay. Okay. So
What
you're
is that, like 2 years?
so yeah, you started the update right before me because I started about the same pace, but it was about a month before 6 dropped. So I got about 400 hours of gameplay in before 6 came, and I know I can say that because this building that we're in came from my first world, my forever world, and that when update 6 came out, it broke all my textures, so nothing looked right at all. It was all just disgusting and garbled, and it was fuzzy, and it was gross. So I stopped playing it. I opened up a different file, created a new game, and every time, man, every so often I'd go back and I'd check it. It'd still be like that. Well, then update 7 came out and it fixed all those textures. So
Okay.
I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna I'm gonna keep this. I'm glad I kept it.
Right.
And no, that's cool.
Yeah, but your tapestry thing, I would love to go deeper into this. You know what I mean? It's pretty. I don't know. It could be fun. You could come up with some real cool stuff. It's just it wasn't my focus, you know.
Oh
I
yeah,
could definitely see the potential messing with the wires like this.
yeah. If you
Idea, man.
chose some sort of a pattern that you wanted to recreate, like what are those called? There's those line work. There's those line work pattern drawings. That's all they are, is like elliptical styles. You could basically recreate all kinds of cool different pattern designs with it. I'm glad you use it, man. Thank you for showing that off.
Yeah, I'll dig in once I. You know, the way this game goes, man, is like you get like obsessed with a project or two, and it's like.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and as soon as we get over to your build, people are going to understand why you got so obsessed with it. And
you know what's wild? Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
What's wild is this parabola looks different in my world. Like my wires hang a lot lower in my world. I mean, it's kind of weird me out.
Really?
Like, why does mine have, like, mine's kind of saggy? You know how wires. I don't know.
Yeah. No, they
Sorry-
droop
sorry
and
to cut
hang.
you
Like,
off. I've
no,
just
no,
been
no.
Staring at it like.
I don't know. That's weird.
Perform differently in 2 different computers.
That is weird.
I don't know. I keep cutting you off. What's the plan, boss?
You're good. You're good. You're good. Let's hop over to your build. Let's go check it out.
All right, show me the way. You know, I love me some hyper cannons, but I've never really made a one like this where it travels you. I always do the shooting ones.
Yeah. All right.
So this is my build. Not a single machine inside.
Awesome. Love to hear that. Looks like a warehouse still.
Yeah, sorry, we went the wrong way. I just built this when I added the pier. The natural way.
Gotcha. Well, this is cool.
Like, what is up with these colors?
Oh, is this Is this that caterpillar
worm?
you sent a picture of? Yeah.
That's the worm from my labyrinth joke on your Discord.
Yep. That's where you built it at. I was like,
hello.
Nice.
That was my 3-minute build.
That's hilarious.
I make a worm out of a pillar.
All right. Well, made it around here to the entrance. What are we looking at here? What you said? Not a single.
Not a single thought given to the exterior. This is just. Yeah, this is my entry. It is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1's warehouse. I tried to recreate it, a 1-to-1, and decorate it. And then as I was kind of watching, you know, this is talking original Tony Hawk, but everything's brown and wood in the original. So I went through all the Tony Hawks. I think there's 15 or 16 Tony Hawk's Pro Skater versions with a warehouse level. This thing's like iconic. It's more iconic than I realized, you know, because it's iconic for my high school days, but almost every Tony Hawk game since they started making them. So I went with the new version, the Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2.
Oh,
remake.
like the remasters?
Yeah, because that one was more concrete than wood, and so that's kind of what this design is. It's the Tony Hawk Pro Skater Warehouse from the new remake.
Yo, get out of here. I spent so much time playing this on PlayStation.
Yeah, ditto, man. I skateboarded. I started skateboarding in 6th grade, so when this thing, I think it came out maybe when we were in 8th grade, and I mean, me and my friends, we played a whole lot of this game for years and years. I'd say we played most of that series through like 4 or 5 or whatever. You know, the way games go, they just keep going forever. We stopped at some point, but
Yo, this is sick, dude. Look at
so
this,
yeah, I mean,
this ramp, bro. Like this bowl, this pipe. Like what?
so yeah, everything in this world is basically made to kind of go with the aesthetic of the game, except for these 2 white beams. Those are there purely for like tricks, and then that ladder up there. And I just left that ladder because I mean that's what I use to get up top for like the lighting controls and things. And I don't know, I just thought it was kind of a cool look.
No, yeah. I found myself perched on that ladder whenever I popped in here just to make sure that nothing was just random and sitting, you know. It wasn't just like a beam that decided to stick itself out here somewhere.
You can go up there real quick if you want. Just show you around the whole build.
Oh.
Just to further prove my point that I don't care about the exterior. It's all about the performance of the ramps inside.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, it still kind of ended up looking kind of cool anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it gives like an industrial feel. Like that's what it's supposed to do. It's a warehouse.
And then I liked the way the sky was poking through, like how you could look up and see the sky, but then also playing at night, couldn't see as well, so I did cover one of these skylights with an actual light. So there are different light sources at night. Because man, that's one of the worst things about YouTube in general. I'm real bad about recording just through the night. You know what I mean? And then I was like, well, I got to chop that out of the recording.
Well, speaking of recording, how long have you been recording? How long have you been making content?
Oh, I was just looking at that yesterday. I think 15 months. I think 15 or 16 months is how long I've been doing this.
Really? Okay. Has it always been Satisfactory?
That is the entire reason I have a gaming PC in general, is for this game. Yeah. I've done a few things. Like there's always games that pop up. Indie type games is kind of my genre of. And so I've put a few out here, but yeah, this channel was made for this game.
Yeah, that's awesome. Now I'm assuming your just your nature in general is what drew you to Satisfactory. I mean, did you see some videos somewhere that sparked it?
I saw one Instagram post. I saw a single photo of this game and immediately went to YouTube, watched 3 or 4 trailers of it. I mean, within 15 minutes of seeing the single picture of this game, I was committed to finding the computer I needed to run this game and buying it. Like, I mean, it was love at first sight, I guess you'd say. But yeah, it was all for this game.
Yeah, nice.
Right up my alley.
Hey, I can't be mad at that. I played a lot of Scrap Mechanic, which is very similar to Minecraft, but for vehicles and machinery. And then, I don't know, I think it might even been like a Total Eclipse or Kibitz or one of those guys. I know I saw the Let's Game It Out videos of him making the towers and the crazy tornado of belts. Yeah. Like, I know I saw that, but I don't think the game actually stuck out to me for that. I know I've had a couple of friends that were playing, and I knew the game through them a little bit, but nothing really drug in. It was I know it was watching Fluxo and Stin Archie that really grabbed me into the builder side of this game.
Okay, yeah, those are two of the best. I mean, I consider Stin Archie the best I've ever seen at this game. And yeah, Fluxo's come a long way since man, his videos are awesome, his production's awesome, his builds are, yeah, he's great.
Yep. There's somebody who's an incredible builder too, though, and I will give this guy a nod every time I speak of incredible creative builders, and which obviously Popcac. I don't know if you're anything on the Twitch side, but that dude is insanity. But also too, Excited he just put that excavator video out, and holy
oh my god, I
shit.
didn't know his name. I saw a picture of that excavator, I don't know, community highlights a few months ago or a few weeks ago, like,
yeah,
a work in progress. That thing it was awesome we got that video.
Yeah,
the detail of that thing is insane.
I'm so happy. I mean, he posts pictures in Relian's Discord a lot, but to see it like that, like, he did a really good job on that. Like, it's just so incredible. That's some thinking outside the box stuff right there. Like, just like this, recreating this Tony Hawk Pro Skater level in Satisfactory. Like, that's why I made that only up map.
Yeah. Yeah, this came so quick because, like, we've been talking about doing this. You've been talking about Sat Chat in the faction because me and you ran around a lot for a couple months, and we talked about the Sat Chat series, and then, you know, that I think the last faction video I even put out was that one random day where we had the skate park next to your storage facility. Like,
yeah.
I just built that out of the blue. I really just built that to make you laugh. Like, I was down there to, like, screw with the hogs in the factory cart, and I was really just trying to make you laugh, and then I was like, you know what, let me make a little ramp here. And then it was so organic. I was like, oh, this is fun, let's build a couple more. And then, you know, 5 minutes later we had this full skate park.
Yeah.
And it was fun as hell, you know. I was like, this is so cool. And so, yeah, I'd say within like an hour of getting off off the game with you, I was like, it popped in my head. I was like, okay, I have my Sat Chat entry. 100% I'm making this level. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I knew the moment we were kicking it around and we were playing and throwing ramps down and flipping around with the carts, you were like, okay, yeah, I like the idea of this. And then I could hear the wheels turning. I could hear I can also hear people watching going, why are we flying and why are we not in carts?
Yeah, I mean, we can just do the whole rest of the interview in carts.
Yeah, that's what I plan to do now. I'm in the cart.
This is the longest I've gone in this level
without driving around,
without being in a cart. Like, I can't. This thing could have been twice as detailed, but it's like I can't not play. And there's a lot of falling, but you do get to a point where you are starting to control this thing pretty damn well. And I can't even enter my factory cart.
You can't enter it?
And I fell out, and this one's working all right. Yeah, we got the skate letters.
Yeah.
Select those. And those actually ended up being the best thing about this build. I could maybe, I don't know how we're going to do it, but I got to get you a montage or something of a couple of these tricks I can pull off in here. But a lot of them have to do with those letters. Like, those letters are just slightly off, you know, off the perpendicular type grid. So you kind of hit off those to do a lot of cool stuff. Like, can you see me right now?
Yeah, I'm right here by the S.
Okay, yeah, let me hit the S. Like, you know, like, I'll hit this S and I'll do a 270 and go out towards you. You know what I mean? So it's like, just from having those little angles and you start memorizing them up here with the T, you can usually hit it and get it to do a couple of flips for you. And there's just certain angles you can hit all these different letters that, like, add to the trick, you know?
That's sick.
Oh, that's gonna land.
Landed it. Let's go.
And yeah, so like the rails, you know, like if anyone, I'm sure a lot of people remember this level. There's a rail here, and I was like, well, what the hell am I going to do for a rail? And, you know, this fits pretty good in terms of, like, You can get the car on it, and if you hit it going up kind of two wheels, just left or right, you can get it to flip. You can get it to you can kind of grind it almost. And so if you remember, there's a lot of pipe work up here on this wall too in the game.
Yep.
And so I was like, okay, I could put some else up there just for aesthetics. And it come to find out, the way I've done some of these half pipes, you can get up on that pipe pretty easily, or I can. I mean, once you practice on that, like you just hit this at a certain angle. That wasn't the angle.
You say you can. Well, I can.
I've got a lot of hours in skating this thing, man. It's hilarious.
Uh-oh. I just embedded my cart into the ground.
Oh, that happens a lot. No, I just landed, now I'm falling off of that. Oh, the Cybertruck. This is obviously, there's a taxi cab in the original level.
Yeah.
And it's surrounded by little makeshift launch ramps. So obviously I had to use the Cybertruck. But this thing is a death trap.
Oh shit.
You are now stuck. You just got to get out and get a new cart. And it's funny because this thing will start, like, as soon as you go over it, the Cybertruck just kind of, he's like, that's mine now. And it's funny because there'll just be a pit of like 5 or 6 factory carts on top of that after a big enough session. And the computer doesn't exactly love that. It doesn't love all the vehicles like existing on each other.
I took that one off. I had to. It was not happy.
Right.
Oh shoot, man! No, this is awesome. I can see myself just playing around in this. So I mean,
I should be following you because I'm not even in here. Where are you at?
Oh, I'm by the carts. Yep.
Oh, there you are. Yeah.
Yeah, this place is sick.
While you're there, hold still for a second. Watch me go. Like, I can almost transition this. No, that's not gonna do it. But there's some cool transitions I think you could pull off between these two half pipes. Like, if you want to know how to make a skate park, man, you follow Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Like, they're levels for a reason. Like, everything's well thought out. And come to find out, the factory cart performs decently in a lot of this stuff. Here we go. I cleared it.
Oh, you cleared it? I wasn't watching. Damn.
Oh, you're good.
Oh, no, this is so fun. I can't wait till this gets released. In both versions.
Yeah, so
what's your plan for this? Let's hear it.
My plan is I'm gonna release a video same day as you have this ready, and I might do it just to I don't know. We're gonna release it. I want other people to play this. But yeah, we'll have it downloadable somewhere.
Absolutely.
Or maybe it might end up different versions in different places. Like I would say, me and your Discords and the faction Discord are always a good place to be for that kind of stuff. But yeah, we're gonna get this out there.
Yeah, it'll for sure be in the world download for the end of the Sat Chat series. So when the whole world download, I mean, this will be here.
Look at this cart.
Grinding.
I wonder if he's doing the same thing for you as he is for me. He was doing some glitchy ass stuff.
No, he's just sitting still.
No.
Half and half on the rail, 50-50.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah.
I feel like Emperor Palpatine. You get up here? Well, I can.
Oh, hold on.
There's also this rail up here. So yeah, all these little most everything in here is directly from the level.
I remember it, man. Like, this has got some serious nostalgia. I saw that the remaster was just available for like $20 the other day, and I almost bought it.
Yeah, I bought it on Xbox to just to get certain angles, reference shots, and yeah, I spent a lot of time playing that one too. But I made myself stop so I could come in and work on this. And then I'd come in and not work on it. See, you landed, right?
Yeah.
That counts. You land on your wheels. It's a trick in my book.
So
Yeah, so you
did
can
you
do
have
some-
the Tony Hawk Pro Skater soundtrack playing while you was building this?
No, but yeah, I know that thing by heart. It's actually going to be my first. I will put a Tony Hawk song in at least one of my videos coming out of this build. I think it's got to be Goldfinger Superman. I mean, there's a dozen iconic punk songs from that first game, but that's just the one that my mind immediately goes to. And that Goldfinger album's awesome.
Yeah. Well, that brings me to my next question: is that your type of genre of music there? That punk
That's
grunge rock.
Yeah, that punk and rock, I would say for sure.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Say like Tool, Pink Floyd. Those are probably my two favorite bands, and then the majority of what I listen to outside of that's punk.
Nice.
But it's not like there's rock, there's rap, there's pop, there's every genre of music. There's stuff I like, but yeah, it usually ends up back at 90s and 2000s punk.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I cannot be mad at that at all.
And then Tool and Pink Floyd are the same way, where I'll just have I'll have 2 months straight where I just listen to Fear Inoculum, the whole Tool album, just over and over again. Same with Pink Floyd. I'll just dive into an album for replay after replay, and then it's varied. But yeah, it always goes back to those three things.
Oh, I gotcha. That you revert back to music to get the juices flowing, or you get something like this. Obviously, this come from another video game, but what normally, what inspired? Let's say, what got the juices going to do the computer build or the AI limiter build?
Right. Yeah, that's funny. It's funny because I was thinking about it. I feel like I'm most creative in Satisfactory when I'm just copying something. It's I don't know how creative that is, right? But no, I think there is a lot of creativity. Yeah, that computer build was fun. The AI limiter build was real fun. And then the Nobelisk in the faction, I never finished it because of the way what's happening with the server. But yeah, I just like looking at a shape or looking at a build of something and just looking at this game, and it's okay, what are the parts we have? Could we make something that's a fair copy of it? And then I go for it. And yeah, I have a couple more ideas. I'm not going to talk about them here, but
all right,
they're going to be fun. You know what I mean? They're just on the back burner.
No, yeah, that's understandable.
My last all my creative ideas go long. That tree in my Let's Play, that thing's, I've been working on that thing for 2 months in the background of other builds, and it's it's probably got months more. I'm real bad about hopping around. But I don't finish stuff right away. I let it kind of think on it and move on and wait till something else pops in on my head on how I want to improve it.
That's a lot. That's one space that you and I really hit very similarly, because this week I started that Desert Hub a month ago, 2 months ago, and just this week I've finally gotten some sort of real inspiration to kick back in it and get it going. So I totally understand working in the background type stuff. Let it marinate.
Yeah, I mean the YouTube aspect of it too, kind of seeing it as well, I'm trying to get this out, and it's it becomes a thing where it's a schedule, and it's I need to be working on this, and it's when I need to be working on something, like I need to be working on the skate park, it's I'm just gonna take the factory cart and skate.
Yeah.
But that's what this game is for me. This game is the escape. I played Minecraft for 10-12 years, and this is exactly when I saw it, I was all right, time to retire Minecraft. You know what I mean? Within 10 minutes of seeing the footage of this game, I was that's my new Minecraft. That's a sandbox that I could see myself spending the next decade in,
Yeah, honestly, I don't know what they're gonna try to do, to quote unquote improve the game for real to end up in 1.0. I mean, I know that's gonna I know that's gonna lead into a lot of different things for them to consider for, you know, the finalizing of this game, but like a lot of people are ready to see what they're coming for, you know? I just don't know how much more can be added to, like, there's a lot of stuff that can be done, don't get me wrong,
Right.
but I mean, okay, so what would you like to see in the game?
There's no game breaker in this. I don't think there's anything they could add or change about this game that would make me stop. Like, I don't really have any expectations. Like, I'm all about like whatever the developers are doing. Like, I am for. You know what I mean? Like, they haven't steered me wrong yet. Like, every update has had some of the coolest stuff, and sometimes it's things you're like wanting to come out, and sometimes it's, you know, things you never thought about at all. And I trust them pretty well. They know how to make their game, so I'm along for the ride. Honestly, I don't need anything added. You know what I mean? Like 1.0, the story, I'm sure I'll play it and it'll be cool, but like this is just somewhere for me to build ideas. You know, I don't need much more than this. Like I've looked at other factory games and stuff, and some of them get a little too complicated for what I want. And I'm not saying Satisfactory's not complicated, but some of the other games, man, they look like they get intense fast, and it's like I love this. I love the progression of this game. It's, you know what I mean. I think everything's pretty well optimized for me already, so I'm in no rush.
That's fair.
That answer the question at all?
Yeah, no, that answers it. What would you like to see in the game? Doesn't really matter to you. You're down to play it the way it sits. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's exactly what I need already. You know, like and there's things they've implemented like blueprints that I should be putting a lot more time into, because I think we could do really cool things with them. And it's just, you know what I mean? There's not enough hours in the day for me to do everything I want as the game stands now. So anything they add is just gonna like put more on my to-do list of, oh shit, now I can do this. Like, you know, put it on the back of the. Off the top of my head right now, I have 4 or 5 projects like that I want to get started. You know what I mean?
So basically, what you're saying is the state of the game for you is you're happy with where it's at, with where they're headed with it.
Oh yeah, they're good. They're good to go.
Good, awesome. Speaking of the devs, how honestly, I think they're one of the most communicative game development teams that I've ever seen. In terms
They're
of
one of the only, yeah, I agree. They're one of the only game developers I've ever even really thought about. You know what I mean? Or for sure in a positive light, but I've never thought of. The only thing I can really think of is Cliffy B. Do you remember that for Gears of War? Did you play Gears of War a lot?
Nope.
Or you said PlayStation, so maybe not.
No, yeah, Gears of War wasn't me.
Okay, so Gears of War, that was one of my last like shooters that I just was obsessed with every iteration of Gears of War 3. But yeah, they had like an executive producer named Clifford Pazinski, and there must have been like an Xbox marketing push to like get this guy's name out, you know, because he was everywhere for like 5 years. So besides him, like I've never known another developer personally, but you know, I know Jason Snoot like pretty damn well from watching their community videos, you know, for a week, for a year, for 2 or 3 hours, and like the YouTube videos. It's like, yeah, it's crazy how well they communicate. It's awesome. It should be a business model across the industry. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. You want your community to care about your game as much as you do. I mean, get on the level of your community and make sure that communication is there. I love it. They're the best.
Is this format okay in terms of like I've just been skating around? Should I be by you or anything?
No, you're fine. That's all I'm doing is just skating around.
Did you just go up the hill?
No. I'm behind you.
Okay, so I do have a couple of carts on.
Yeah.
What is that called? The
So
autopilot.
you had 2 of them, and they were wrecking the shit out of each other because they would get stuck trying to do that large jump at the bottom down there. So I stopped one of them.
They get
I had
stuck on
to.
everything.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
One seems to be okay. It does get stuck, but it doesn't. As long as it's not running into another cart, man, it was
Right.
destroying my frames when they were running into each other. So I stopped the one, but yeah.
In terms of like copying this thing like 1-to-1, like that was a good shot right there, man. Like it's just perfect, you know. Like I just watched you clear that ramp. Like the ratios of everything are, you know, Neversoft fixed it for us. I think it was Neversoft that made the game.
Yes.
I remember that eye logo.
Is that who it was?
The original. Who knows what happens with developers after
Yeah.
15 versions of the game.
True. Very, very true. Very, very true.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what they kind of put out. But I mean, like update 8, right? It had all the power stuff. I haven't even played with any of that stuff yet. Like there's more stuff that I can get to. Right?
Yeah,
I've never actually finished the game.
No, me neither.
I've never done nuclear, and I've never done the last package.
Nope.
I usually get to hover packs, which I never use hover packs. I don't usually use trains. I get to about drones, and then you know I'll do a couple drone ports, and then I'm like, man, this world, it's time to redo it.
I'm even worse because I've never even built a battery factory.
Yeah, well, I haven't built a large one. You know what I mean? I've never built anything large in this game. Production-wise, that's not really where my goals are in this game. Like, there's people with their mega bases, and it's like I don't know that my computer would like that very much. And I have a pretty decent computer, but it's like that's not where my interests lie. It's very much in the creativity of this game and like the art side of this game.
I found myself wanting to do the big mega bases and stuff, and it's also my problem is that I'm very much more drawn into the aesthetic aspect of this game. So for me, trying to go big and make it pretty, like that's just what? What?
Right. And I still have so much to learn on aesthetics. That's why it's good, you know. That's why I like the YouTube, the Reddit communities, the coffee stream. I love the community, the way everybody, you know, looks at everybody posts, everybody has a good attitude, and you know, you just take ideas from all these different builders. So yeah, it's awesome to have Stin Archie out there, and Fluxo, and Relia Gaming, and Zero, and MGS Genesis. You know, like there's so many good creators that it's real easy to find inspiration for this game online. And so yeah, the skateboarding, that was another thing. It's like, yeah, inspiration's everywhere for this game, right? You see buildings everywhere.
Yeah, I definitely, that spiral staircase that I built in the aluminum factory that Zero and I put together, with the lighting on the inside like that, I found a picture somewhere, and all it was one angle from the middle of that staircase facing towards the center, and the center was completely open and empty. And I was like, rather than do that, I'm gonna throw lights in it. But I essentially just stole that from some sort of architecture picture that I found.
Right. That's like, awesome.
One little piece of inspiration, and it's like, let's go build a whole thing out of it.
Yeah, off to the races. Yeah, that's like I'll be at work and I'll see some like one little shot, like one angle of one part of a building. It's like, oh yeah, I could spend the next 3 hours in Satisfactory like coming up with something for this.
Yep. Well, I got stuck on that Subway Surfer idea for a little while. I've got a whole lobbyway made for that. No, it's ready for the track to be put in and actually start the game.
Yeah, that's cool. I like what you're doing with the little trying out the different mini games. You know, that's just another example of how cool this thing is as a sandbox and a community.
Oh yeah, community.
Like the only up and the hide and seek, and you know, you could do death matches if you wanted, and it's, I don't know. Factory
Racetracks
stuff's
coming
awesome.
soon.
Don't get me wrong. That really helps my engineer side of my brain. But like games for the art side of my brain, you know.
Yeah.
But then it's nice that you have the option. Like when it's like, oh, I guess I could just progress in the game now and actually try and figure out these little math problems, these little logistics problems. That's fun too, but that's the sign of a good game for me. It's like there's usually 2 tracks of gameplay that feed off of each other. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like you're doing one thing and it's like perfect, you're having a great time, and then it switches to the other thing. And if that other thing is awesome too, then the game can kind of keep your attention for hundreds and hundreds of hours. Like that's how that Minecraft, it was like just building. You build for a few hours and you run out of materials, and then you go mine for a few hours. And it's like both of those things were very satisfying for me. So you know what I mean? So the feedback loop continued for a decade.
Yeah, that's how Scrap Mechanic was for me. Because in survival mode, you got to go get all your materials to build with. So it's, 1,000% know that one.
And that's the thing for me. Like I don't even think I have no idea. I have no idea how to guess this, but I would say thousands of hours in Minecraft, and I don't think I've played more than 3 of them in creative. Like that's just not my thing. Like I need the reward system is part of the the digging what I need to build with is part of the game for me. Like I just can't get around it, and it's too bad because it'd be easier to do it without.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah,
that's the way my brain. That's the way my brain's wired.
I know. You're the only person that actually used like the idea of not building in creative for this. Like you didn't have a choice because the map was sent to you with creative building, but
right. Yeah, I had no interest originally because I don't want to open that Pandora's box into mods and all that stuff, because I really do just like kind of doing it. I like playing how the developer kind of intended, Like, I like that being my one rule set, you know what I mean? If that makes sense?
Yeah.
It's like they created the rules, now what can I do in those rule sets?
That's fair. And see, and I in my creative plays, there's a lot of times where I will just play creative building, but if I do an actual like playthrough with it though, I won't use that creative type building until I have an actual factory that produces that material.
Yeah.
So like I'll still progress with the game, but
right, I've actually heard that kind of. Yeah, everybody kind of has their own limits on, like, you know what I mean? And mine just happened to be super low. But I will say that the no cost that you had set up for this world, it was definitely easy. You know what I mean? It was definitely easy not going to have to pick up more concrete each time I ran out. But
yeah, I figured with a time limit set on it, like if it was just like, hey man, here's a file, just build something and tell me when you're done with it, that'd be a little bit different. We'd probably set up a couple of small factories. Like having Fresh's supermarket working in the beginning would be a necessity. Like, so I could totally understand that, but nah, giving people a week, I wasn't about to be like, all right, every time you run out of material, go run around.
Right.
Oh, you need some material? Have fun. Right. I didn't want to do that to people, so definitely glad that I could send you a file with the ability to build this way and you not have to use mods. That was very helpful.
Oh yeah, but there's a few things like I'm starting to ease into, but I don't think I'll ever download a mod. But I'm definitely like, this no cost thing is cool, and the other thing that I'm very much leaning into, maybe delving into, is the Satisfactory calculator.
Oh,
even
dude,
that
yeah.
in my brain, it's like, oh, I can't go on. That's not part of the game, so I'm not going to use the calculator. But I have so many worlds now that there probably is going to come a time where I want to bring in a couple things from other worlds to my full world. So yeah, I might start delving into a little bit, but mods, I'm not the biggest PC guy. Like I've been a console gamer my whole life. Like I bought a PC. Well, I had, obviously I played Minecraft on a PC, but you don't need a real good gaming PC to play Minecraft. Like my school PCs worked for Minecraft. Where's I going with that? Lost my train of thought there.
No mods.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I was just saying, I don't know a whole lot about the PC gaming world. Like being an Xbox and Nintendo guy or PlayStation guy, it's like you don't have to do anything but put it in the disk drive and press start. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to worry about how your PC's updated and a lot more with that. And I feel like mods just makes it even more complicated.
Okay, that's one take on it.
Oh.
I'll give you that.
Yeah, that's it. It's not where I want my I want my complications in the game. Like I don't want to do a whole lot of stuff out of the game.
Okay, so I will tell you this though. Just you in your head have that 100% flip though, because going through Skim, you're going to do a lot more work using the Satisfactory calculator than you would if you just click a couple of buttons to download and install the mod. Like you don't have to work anything after that. Like if for smart mod, all I do is click this little switch on my mod manager and it turns it on, and I open the game up and it's automatically on, and I don't have to do anything.
Right.
So like right now I get out of this game, I open up my mod manager, I flip a switch, all my mods turn back on, I open the game back up, and I'm running again.
Bed gets on me a lot too. The other faction member, I think he wrote me 2 nights ago, just like randomly, like no other context. We were not in a conversation. He's like, I'm gonna get you to use mods. You know what I mean? Like I haven't talked to the dude in like a day and a half, and like that was his message. Like he was just like actively thinking like, how am I gonna get this fucking dude to try mods?
I think if I'm gonna get if I was gonna try to lock you into getting mods, it would be the camera mod, not a content mod, not a game portion mod, the camera mod. Because I think with your builds, like your AI limiter and your computers, if you had the ability to do the camera showcase, I think you would have done it.
Yep, that's one of 2 mods that I've actively been like, if I ever did it, that'd be the reason for it. But
that one, and to me, Sky UI, to be able to control the weather and the lighting, to never have to work at night, never have to deal with fog, never have to deal with rain, that helps. That helps for me.
See, that helps you, but for me, that in my brain is like, well, they put the fog in, they put the rain in, they put the time of day in. Like, who am I to change that?
It's just nicer for recording. That's all.
Yes, but there's parts of your brain that you're not gonna overtake.
Oh no, I feel that. I feel that.
I know what not to fight.
He said, all right, brain, you got this one. Whatever you say. Oh, that's cool.
Like, you ever play a game and then like you beat it and then you just never want to play it again?
Yeah.
Like there's worries I have like that. Like if I do certain things to this game, it would ruin it for me.
That's fair.
No,
that's fair.
It's one of those things in my head. It's like, well, shit, I could just go and skim and make those 50 heavy modular frames. All right, so why do I need the factory? I could just play the science calculator all day. Science calculator, Satisfactory.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that whole caffeine module world, I made just the giant orbs in the sky. That entire thing was made on the calculator. I made one slice.
Really?
Yeah, I made one slice of one sphere, and the whole entire thing was completely done on the calculator.
That thing was awesome, by the way. That had a PopCac feel to it.
Yeah, that's where I got the inspiration from. I saw him doing spheres, and I was like, I want to do spheres. And then I was like, I want to do something with it. So I made them. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a whole base. And
I wish he... Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't work out.
I should show you the rest
I sure was about to say, isn't there one more part before we...
I told you this earlier. Well, I also want to talk about the half pipe a little bit. Like the way you could do certain front side and back side like rotations is, I don't know. I thought I had a thought about trying to show them, but I really don't know how with the 2 cameras. You know what I mean? Like, that's good. How's it been? I haven't asked you. Like, you've been skating around in it for like 15 minutes now, right?
Yeah.
You get the
like 30.
Yeah, it actually has gone fast. And I swore myself for months, like all month, I was like, we're gonna do a short interview, man.
Nope.
Yeah, it's not gonna be short. We're 30 minutes in. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to talk this much.
I've been recording. My recording is going. It's at 60 minutes right now.
But yeah, there's definitely ways to do real fast spins and real slow spins, and like half cab type spins where it's like you're flipping and rotating. All naturally without anything else, and it's just based on how you're going up, what angle you're going up, if you're pressing left or right as you're going up, and then like kind of switching those real quick. There's a lot of nuance to it that I wasn't expecting, and like I can land certain tricks, you know what I mean? Like I'm pulling off what I want to pull off. So yeah, I recommend people, if they had any interest in this game, download this, try it out, it's fun.
Yeah, this we're definitely gonna have this file available for sure in Discords. You can catch a link to my Discord, link to Maker's Discord down below.
Oh, and I should just explain also. I gotta defend myself. Like all these colors and everything being a little off. That's all purposeful for anyone that's played the game. Like the ambiance of this level is very much like a dilapidated old warehouse covered in graffiti. So like these green lights and some of the off colors, how there will be 2 concrete walls next to each other. They're just slightly off colors. Those are supposed to kind of indicate that dirtiness of this building and like the graffiti of the building. It's like I couldn't think of a good way to do graffiti. I thought about doing signs, and I thought about doing hundreds of beams. You know what I mean? Like pixel art.
Oh yeah.
For the graffiti, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go with the off colors and the off materials and kind of mixing those up, so you kind of get that like dirty look, but it's not like doing pixel art or doing signs for graffiti. It almost sounds fun to me, but it also sounds exhausting. It's like it's not going to add much to it.
No, the file size thanks you for it. No, man, this is incredible. Like anybody to step in this world is going to be and just thrilled to, because I know I'm thrilled. Like this is fucking awesome.
Yeah, so this is good that we can see it at night. So this is, I put up the different zones, right? You got this green zone, and then the fix it sign. It's kind of your purple, and then your blues are over here on either side. And then, like I said earlier, with the skylights, you look up and you see the sky in 2 of them. And then you come over here, and the third one's, this lighting setup up there. And it's just because it was just for recording, it's just so you could see better in this world. And then upstairs, I have 2, what are the smaller lights called? The street lights?
Mm-hmm.
Those are just poking in. This game can be dark sometimes.
Yeah. Yep. No, this is cool, man.
Yeah, let's go look at the other side, I guess.
One of the cooler things I've seen in the game.
All right, so follow me. Be very careful because the Austin Powers 100-point turn where you get stuck in the hallway. If you get stuck in those 2 slots, it turns into an Austin Powers thing. But follow me in here. The reason I made this is I wanted to try and see what, like we used to go to SeaWorld as kids, and they did the motorcycles in the circle, in the sphere. And so I made this little hallway so I could make one the right way. So I'm just gonna lock you in here.
Oh shit! What is that? Something of death? The sphere of death?
You know what I mean? And so it's not great, but it's good. It's not great though, because like there are glitches to it where, like if you do 3 full rotations at once, like you kind of hit a wall and it stops you. But still, I had to try it, you know, and I wanted to try it with 2 cars too, because if you've ever seen the shows where the guys do this, they usually have 3 or 4 motorcycles in here.
I made it 5 times around.
They usually have the death-defying. They usually have the guys crossing paths, you know, like one horizontal, one vertical kind of thing.
Oh man, I can't stay horizontal.
Fun to try. So yeah, this will be in it too.
Oh, this is cool.
Trying to.
Oh,
but that's it. I just wanted to show you the sphere, and then we got to figure out which one to get out. I'm gonna guess that one.
Oh,
no. That was dead wrong. You gonna be able to come up? Oh shit! I think I just dropped our. I'll go get another cart. You get in. I'll go get another cart. So yeah, you said you avoided playing my game because you wanted to skate it for the first time ever. So I was like, well, that sounds cool. I want to skate something for the first time ever without. So I built this. This is just like a real quick half pipe, but it has different heights. It has a couple wraparound things.
Oh
that you see, like,
shit! I made the transition.
Exactly. Yeah, like the transitions you see, like at the end of like a stormwater thing. You know, like skaters skating around like what I just did and what you're doing, like
sewer drains.
Like, I bet that's pretty doable here. It's funny how many shapes, like skateboarding type things, you can make with just the shapes they gave us. Not to say I wouldn't. When you ask what I would like more building shapes. I mean, you know what I mean, like half walls.
There we go.
Different things like beams and pillars. The things that beams and pillars unlock to this game. You had 1 or 2 more item types, like the beams and the pillars, and like the creativity spiked when beams and pillars came out, or beams specifically. I mean, I made a map. You know what I mean? Like, I made a full map. The people that make just full art, like what the hell is that called? The Pass It On events. Like,
yeah, like Fruity's.
The one that's popping in my head is the SpongeBob, but like I'd never seen people like they're just straight sculpting with beams, you know?
Yeah, Fruity's hot air balloon was sick. I made that hand holding the hub. Yeah, that was cool.
Come over here because I made this. I want you to film me to see if I can actually do this. But you see that red jet coming out? I wanted to know if I could come from up here, hit that as a ramp, and land on top on the other side of the ramp. So I've never tried this.
All right, let's see.
But the way it works, it did not.
Oh wait, land on top of this part right here?
I'm trying to land. No, I'm trying to land where you just were standing.
Oh, I was gonna say I just made that transition from that one to like where I am.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's what I wanted. I wanted to know if it was possible and if it. But I mean, then you already got it on recording of you doing it.
Yeah, I hit it. Going like
because
this.
The way the physics work with the factory cart is if it's a foundation or a wall, your tires stick pretty well. So I was just curious what the physics would be for jumping.
Oh man, well this is such an awesome build. This is very inspiring. I hope like hell you decide to continue on the path of these courses and keep doing them. More levels would be awesome. Let's say you did this in, you know, what was it, about 10 days roughly with life and everything?
What's funny is I had the full design in about 4 hours.
Really?
You know what I mean? And then it was all decoration. But yeah, in terms of like copying the blueprint of the level, like it's fairly simple with the, you know, the quarter pipes definitely define the space. It's like they're a certain height and a certain length, and it's like to make everything else proportional, this is the exact size everything has to be. So the actual structure took less than a day, but yeah, the decorating took close to 2 weeks.
That's fair. That's fair. Well,
Skating.
I hope that this has created such a spark with you that we see more levels as well. But everyone will have to tune into your channel to find out if that's the case, and they will also have to go into our Discords and follow along in there, because I know we're both fairly active in our Discords.
Oh yeah. If there's any sort of like public. If this thing takes off and people do like it, I'd build some more. It's just, these are fun.
I don't see how people can't jump on board with this one. I'm not sure exactly where this file will be available, but it'll for sure be available in his Discord. I'm for sure. We'll see if it shows up in mine. I know the full world file will be.
Yeah, the full world will be in yours once that takes place. The small just this map will be in my world, probably day of or within a couple of days of you releasing this video. And then
Nice.
join our Discords. We talk about all this stuff. We're good about answering questions, and they're both fun communities. Discord's one of my favorite things about getting into YouTube. Like, I had no interest in even downloading Discord, and I'm real glad I did, because those communities are, I don't know, they're fun. Like I don't go on Facebook much anymore. Like I don't go on my other social medias. Like the Discord is it's a much more positive social media platform than I'm used to. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, for
the
sure.
other platforms have their negatives. And it's like Discord, everyone's there to, have a good time, help each other out, like answer questions. Like, it's a good time in there.
Hell yeah, man. This is one community, Satisfactory. It's one community, and everyone treats the entire, like everyone's community, like it's all the same. Like it's all everyone gets the same respect. Like you don't have people that just come along and go, oh, your build's trash, kid, learn how to mine better. Like you don't have that sort of thing. Like usually somebody makes a post and people go, oh man, that's awesome if you play that way. Like that's the most sideways comment you get if you play that way.
That's one of my favorite things about this community. Yeah, like the Reddit community. If you're on Reddit's a pretty it's like the Wild West out there, right? Like I've never been on a subreddit that's like very healthy besides Satisfactory. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, very
I love
true.
posting on the guys that are like, I'm 20 hours in, this is my first build. It's like I love commenting. Those are my favorite ones to comment on. It's like, just keep going, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you're doing good stuff.
It looks great. Keep going. It gets more fun every time you learn something.
Every time you learn something, every time you unlock something. I mean, not even just like the first time. The first time, sure, that's awesome. But every time you play and you unlock that item again, it feels just the same because the way the game progresses.
Yeah, it's a very well done progression.
Yes.
Well, like I said, I've never done the very, very last tier, but
unlocking
coal and unlocking blade runners, like, to tell you how good this developer is, it's like the way they time that out. You know what I mean? It's like you're starting to get exhausted of how far you have to travel, starting to get exhausted of collecting biomass, and those things come right when you need them. You know what I mean? And then but it's far enough away out that you appreciate getting them. It's well done.
Yep, I agree
Everything
completely.
about this. Yeah.
All right, well, so aside from Discord, where else can people find? Aside from Discord, where else can people find you?
I am on YouTube, I am on Reddit, and I am on Discord. That's my main three. And I usually watch the Coffee Stain stream, so I usually run into a lot of people in the comment section of that. But yeah, otherwise it's YouTube, Discord, and Reddit. They're all Maker Gaming 2022.
Well, right on. I'll be sure to flash those on the screen right now, and people can take a look. Also, links down in the description if you want to go follow the man yourself. I was a follower before I was a friend, so here we are.
Yeah, that's how this community works, man.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, this was fun, man. I'm glad you started this. I'm glad you let me join, and this was a lot of fun. Good job, Woodro.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm absolutely humbled by your participation and blown away by the build that you've created here. And once again, thank you for your time and your participation, brother. As always, thank you. Amazing work, my friend.
Thanks, man. You too. I'll see you on Discord probably within the hour.
Yeah, all right, brother. Well, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. That is Maker Gaming down there doing some flips. This has been Woodro of Woodro's World, reminding you to take care of yourself and each other. Oh, I got that. That was beautiful. That was beautiful.